My name is Jo Britland and I am just mad about puppets. I have been doing puppetry for 10 years and I am fortunate to go to many fun family festivals and also go to nursery schools and schools as well and do lots of educational stories and fairy stories with the puppets. My puppets get me all over the place, even get to be on stage with actors sometimes, which is fantastic. And the puppets, I have to say, think they're actors a bit themselves too. There's this one puppet, Larry. Well, he gets to be a pirate of a ship, and he gets to be a TV presenter and also a captain of a ship that's docked here in Belfast, the HMS Caroline, and he absolutely loves it. There are so many different types of puppets, and I'm just going to show you some of the different types of puppets that we can use. So I'll get my first one for you now. So these guys are the most simplest puppets you'll get. They're finger puppets, so you just put your finger inside them. You can't really do too much with them, but if you have a tiny little stage, you could maybe interact or do something with them. So we'll go get some other puppets. This guy is a sock puppet. He's a sock puppet because he goes on your arm. He doesn't have any arms or anything for you to move his arms or anything like that, so you just have to do stuff with his head. He can open his mouth though and do things as well. So he's good fun and lots of different character in him. So that's a sock puppet. And these guys are glove puppets, and as you can see, they have places where you can put your fingers and you can make them nod and do things, but they don't have a mouth always. So sometimes it's good if they whisper in your ear to tell you something. Really? Are you sure? What happened next? No way! Is that right? Wow, so you can do like whisper tricks with these kind of puppets, and they're good fun, and they can also be a little bit shy as well and do things with their hands, or if they're scared they can hide in your neck. So they're brilliant fun. So they're hand puppets. Again, you can't use your mouth with them, so if you're a little bit shy, they're quite good. All right, good job. Right, now let's see. This is a full-bodied puppet, well, quite a small full-bodied puppet. She can open her mouth. Hello, are you all right, Lucy? I'm great, thank you. So Lucy, you're having a nice day today? It's beautiful, the sun is shining. Oh, okay, so you're very happy? I am, brilliant. So this is Lucy, and she's a small full-bodied puppet. You can get bigger full-bodied puppets as well. So I'll have a little look at those later. Okay. There's also some puppets which I don't have, which are marionettes, and we're going to have a little look at those. Marionettes are string puppets, and they operate on strings. And there's shadow puppets as well, where you use your hands and with a big light, it creates the images of puppets if you're really clever with your hands and do different things like that. But my most favorite puppet of all is the full-bodied, and I'm going to go get the bigger full-bodied puppet now that I like to use a lot. So when I say full-bodied, you'll notice actually with this one she's missing her legs. So, but this is very, very normal in professional theatre, because a puppet, you actually don't always want their legs on because they actually make them a lot heavier. You can get ones with their legs on. We'll go get one of those now too.
Hello there, my name is Larry. I was the one she was talking about.
Well, your name's not Larry at the minute, you're the pirate captain.
Oh yes, I'm the pirate captain. Shiver me timbers. I hope you're enjoying our tutorial.
Oh, very good. Well, thank you very much, Larry. So this is one of my favorite type of puppets. You have got the legs on, but you actually, excuse me,
What are you doing?
you do actually have buttons underneath and you can take their legs off. I know, sorry about that, but you actually can. And like I said, it's really, really good because it makes the puppet a lot lighter. But if you want to take the puppet to an event where it's going to be walking around with people, they might be a bit surprised if it doesn't have their legs on. Oh yes, they'd be a bit shocked if a puppet was walking around without them. So, okay, so this is one of my favorite types of puppets to use. So full-bodied puppets, that's me, are really, thanks Tommy, this is Tommy, are really, really good for ventriloquism. I have to be honest, I never actually got into ventriloquism. I have tried. So ventriloquism, if you're not aware, is when you are operating the puppet, but your mouth is not moving when theirs is, okay, when they're talking. Yeah, you can't do that. No, I can't do that. And I have tried, but the reason being, I can't get the emotions in my voice. So if I'm happy or if I'm angry or sad, when I'm talking with the puppet, it all just sounds like it's in the same tone. So it doesn't work for me. And I'm like an actress, so I like to put my all into it. But you might be brilliant with ventriloquism, okay? You might be able to put the emotion into your voice. So if you got practicing now, there are books available like this one, okay? Ventriloquism Made Easy, okay? And it gives you all the ideas on how to be a ventriloquist. You can also find tutorials on YouTube. Just make sure that your parents watch them first before you watch them to check that they're suitable for you. But you should start early because then you may be an amazing ventriloquist. Okay, so like I said, this is the puppet that I like to perform with. Yeah, I'm Tommy and I actually am her favourite puppet. Yes, don't tell everybody else, but it's true. So I would use Tommy a lot like this to sit on my lap to perform, and how we choose to want to perform with our puppet really chooses how we learn. So for example, if you're having the puppet on your lap like this works really, really well for talking to children on the floor. Hello boys and girls, I hope you're having a lovely day today. Or it works really well also for them if they're scared, because sometimes if a young child sees a puppet so close up, they get really frightened, don't they? They get really scared. So if you go behind a stage, it sometimes scares them. And it's just really nice because you have a really nice conversation and you can tell a story. Yeah, my favourite is Jack and the Beanstalk. So you can tell them a story. You can also work behind a puppet stage. And I have done a lot of puppet stage work too, and we're going to talk about that as well in a moment. You also do lots of walkabouts as well with the captain. Oh yes, I walk around the ship with the captain. I would walk around outside with my puppet going to see lots of different people, and that's another thing I do with my puppetry. But we're going to look at how to use a puppet stage. So like I said earlier, it's really good if you have the puppet out front with you, because you can talk to the puppet and you can ask them things like, what did you have for breakfast? Or, you know, what are you doing today? And you can talk to them. However, if you don't have, you know, if you're going to be going on stage, then you don't have that luxury, because if you go behind stage, you can't really talk to your puppet. That's why it's really good to have a person who's out the front talking to the puppet. Oh, hello there. You look lovely today. I love your little glasses. Aren't you smart? So it just works well if you have someone out front, because they can talk to the audience as well and talk to the puppet. It's great. So for your staging, if you want to get a puppet stage, obviously you can buy different sort of ones in the shops that are like wooden little boxes and things like that. But if you want, you can also buy really expensive sort of professional ones online. I'll find the link for you. But to be honest, you don't really need to. I mean, they look great, but you can use things from home. So for example, this one here, this is a clothes rail. This is a clothes rail that you could hang your clothes on, yeah, if you've got your wardrobe's too small, yeah. And you can just put a black sheet on it, or if you've got someone handy, they could make a little black curtain for you. Also, if you've ever seen, you know, the dryers, the clothes horse dryers, there's one that open up in 3 like tiers, boom, boom. So you've got one bit there, one bit there. We're going to show a picture of that later so you'll actually see what we mean. And you can put a sheet over them as well. So just bear in mind to make sure that it's supported. I have got weights on mine, okay? Because you don't want your stage to tumble onto your audience or yourself, the performer, okay? Right. So, I've pulled this back here because I'm going to show you some puppetry, okay? Where you should hold your puppet, okay? So this is Grandad, okay? Now, if you want to be really professional, there's ways of getting up and down on the stage with the puppet, and you do it in like 3s, okay? So like they're coming up the stairs. So you have them at your side and you go 1, 2, 3, like this, yeah? And then if you want to leave them off the stage, you turn and go down the stairs. It just looks a little bit more professional, okay? So we'll try that again. Ready, and 1, 2, 3. And then bye-bye. Boom, 1, 2, 3. So there you go. Anyway, so what we need to think about is our belly button height with our puppet. They need to make sure that they're up nice and high, because there's nothing worse, if I just close this for a second, if they're too low. Hello, as you can't see me. So they have to have a belly button height so you can see them, okay? You need to adjust your stage as well. It kind of needs to be just below your head. Your head doesn't need to be over the edge. Nobody wants to see your head. We want them to believe the puppet is real, okay? And also, I prefer having a stage that's up high, so I'm standing rather than kneeling. Oh, can you still see me? If you're kneeling, you don't have so much sort of movement with the puppet, and the same if you're sitting. But if you're standing, you can take them for a little walk. And you've got much more movability, much more freedom. I like it, I like it. Yes, thank you, Grandpa. Let's see, other things you need to think about. Like I said, sometimes the puppet sinks down too low, and this is normally because you need to work some muscles in your arms, so you can maybe use the dumbbells. No, maybe don't do that. But it's just practice, okay? So let's see, the other thing you need to think about as well is your audience. Where are your audience? So let's just think about this. I'm just going to close the curtain, right? Okay, so Grandpa has an audience. I do. But if he's talking nowhere near where the audience are, oh, hello, thank you so much for coming to see me today. It's so lovely that you are here. Yes, thank you very, very much for coming. So, Grandpa, did you have your specs on today? No. Well, I have to say that these guys did not see you at all because you didn't look at them once. They didn't even think that you loved them. But I did. I know, but you didn't look at them. Oh dear. So it's really important to make sure that you're looking at your audience. So we'll try one more time with Grandad looking at his audience. Hello, my lovely cuddly friends. Thank you so much for coming to see the show today. You're so very welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Well done, Grandad. So that was much better. Thank you. Brilliant. So that is knowing where your audience is. Really important.
Oh, hello there. My name's Stu the Snail, and I'm going to talk to you all about lip syncing. Yes, lip syncing is very important. There's nothing worse than your mouth moving when you're not talking. It's very, very bad. So, the best way to learn how to speak properly for a puppet is to remember that words have syllables. For example, elephant has 3 syllables. Elephant. Elephant. Yes. That's right, isn't it?
That's very good, Stu. Thank you very much, Stu. You did that very well. Thank you.
I could do this whole thing.
You totally could. So, so it's really important. There's nothing worse if you're talking and your puppet's mouth is just opening and just doing loads of random stuff, or you're trying to make the puppet talk. Hello, how are you doing? And it stopped talking. Oh yes, I forgot to start speaking. Yeah, so you have to always be making your puppet move when you are saying your words. 3 syllables is for elephant, but there's many words that have different syllables and different amounts. It also would be worth maybe getting a sheet of words with all different words, maybe animals or anything you like, and see if you could say them.
Oh, I've got one. Rhinoceros.
Oh, that's a very good one.
Thank you.
So you get the idea. So find a syllable sheet. You can find them online, and they can tell you, and we can maybe put one on the end actually for you. They tell you different ideas of words with the amounts of syllables they have.
Oh, I've got an idea.
Oh, yes, Stu,
you forgot I was here.
Never.
No.
So we can also look in a mirror. Isn't that right?
That's what I was going to say. You stole my line. It's so rude.
Sorry, Stu.
Oh dear. Oh, I've got one. You can also learn to sing a song as well as looking in the mirror. So what about Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star? Are you ready? Maybe if you don't have a puppet with you, you could use your hand. Yes. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Thank you. That was very good, Stu. Thank you very much. So, yes, lip syncing. Also, another thing is when you're speaking is to make sure you don't bite your words. That is not very nice. When you open your mouth, you go from closed position. Hello, rather than from open. Hello. Yes, you get the idea? Very good. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Stu. That was great.
I did all of that.
You did. So with puppetry, I have lots of different puppets, and you might have some too, but it's really good to give them character. For example, it's nice for them to have like a little bit of a backstory. So, Tommy.
Yeah?
Who are you?
Oh, well, like you know, my name is Tommy, and I am 11 3/4. I live in Carrickfergus. Oh, and I love playing video games and hanging out with my mates in my cool tree house. Well, it is cool until my really annoying, bossy younger sister comes in and she embarrasses me and annoys me in front of all my friends.
Oh dear, you must hate that.
I really, really do.
Oh dear. So, like I said, giving your puppet character, give them a little story, okay, all about them. So if anyone ever comes up and asks your puppet a question, you know what to say.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, it's good to think about what type of voice you think your puppet is going to have. Tommy has quite a squeaky voice, but you might have a very posh man or a very posh woman, or you might have my bossy sister. Oh yeah, Tommy's very
bossy sister or a bossy teacher. Oh, not all teachers are bossy. No, they're very nice actually. No, thank you. You're nice. Oh, thanks, Tommy. So anyway, yeah, thinking about different voices and giving your puppet a story. Give them a story so that they are real to whoever is talking to them. Okay? So when working with the puppet's character, it's very important to always keep the puppet moving. Always keep the puppet moving. Even when your puppet is maybe not talking to the audience or something like that, it's really important to keep your puppet moving, because otherwise it doesn't look alive and it just doesn't look real. And we want everyone to believe that you are, this is a real live creature, animal, person. I'm going to give you an example.
So, boys and girls, I went to the zoo the other day and I saw lots of lovely monkeys and I saw lots of lovely, what else was it? Oh yes, koala bears and all sorts of lovely animals.
So did you get the idea? So this puppet was doing all the talking, but because this one wasn't having a chance to talk, they kind of fell asleep and they weren't doing anything. You need to make sure that the puppet is always moving, and he could even be listening to what the other puppet's saying.
Yes, I saw the monkeys. Oh, and I saw the bears. Oh.
Yeah, so you have to make them interact as well, even when they're not on stage and saying their lines as such. Okay? Another really important thing for puppetry to help give them character is using these arm rods, okay? They have elastic bands that you need to attach to them, and I'll show you a link on where you can get these. They're just really good for helping with the puppet's character. You can do so many more things when you can get their arms moving, and I'll show you some of those now. So with your puppet, it's really important to give them character with their arms. You can do so much more. So you could wave, "Hello there everybody, so good to see you today." Or you might have an itch. "Oh, pesky itch. Oh, it won't go away. Don't you hate that?" You might have a sneeze. "Oh, achoo. Oh, achoo. Oh, silly hay fever. Achoo. Oh, I need something for my hay fever." You also might be a very tired pirate. "Oh yeah, I'm a very tired pirate, always tired in fact." Oh. So you can do a lot more things with them. I would try with one first, and then later you can add the second one, and you can do like claps. "Oh, well done," if you get really into it. But see how I'm moving the puppet all the time, even when he's not saying anything. He's always moving. He's always doing something. You have to make them look like they're living, otherwise they don't look real. That's awful. It is, Larry. Okay. So now the thing that we need to do is, with all the things that we've learned, we can put all our skills together with a story.
Oh, I love telling stories.
Yeah, Tommy loves telling stories, don't you?
Absolutely.
And Tommy is going to tell us a story of Jack and the Beanstalk.
Oh yes, I become Jack because I'm an actor really. My name's Tommy, but I play, Jack, and I play a pirate, and I do lots of different things. I play a schoolboy, all sorts.
Right, shall we tell everybody our Jack and the Beanstalk story?
Oh yes, okay. So, once upon a time, my mum said, "I'm so sorry, Jack, I'm so sorry, but I have some really bad news. We are going to have to sell Daisy the cow." "Oh no, not Daisy the cow," I said. "She's like my best friend." "Why?" I said. And Mum said, "I'm sorry, it's because we've got no money for food." So off I went, me and Daisy. I put my arm over her. "Love you, Daisy." And off we went to the market. We got halfway there when a man said, "Stop, my boy, I want to buy your cow." You do? You do? Well, my cow is for sale. That's brilliant. And the man said, I have these magic beans. Magic beans? Wow, my mum's going to love magic beans. I took the magic beans and I said bye-bye to Daisy. Bye, Daisy. Oh, I love Daisy. I love Daisy. Oh, off I went. I ran all the way home excited. My mum's going to be so pleased. My mum's going to be so pleased. Oh, I ran all the way home with the beans. And then I got there and Mum was waiting on the doorstep with her foot tapping the floor. And she said, where's the money? Where's the money? Where's the money? I said, Mum, you'll never believe it. You'll never believe it. I have better. I have magic beans. Mum took one look at the beans. Ugh, they are not magic, she said. Rubbish! And she threw them in the compost heap out in the garden. Oh no! And then she said, go to bed without dinner. Oh, if this day couldn't get any worse. Oh dear. So I went to bed without any dinner. My belly was grumbling. Oh, I was trying to sleep. I finally got off to sleep. Cock-a-doodle-doo! It's morning, yippee! I was so excited because I was so hungry. Oh, I opened up the curtains and boy did I get a surprise. Those magic beans had turned into a beanstalk. Wow, I'd love to know what's up there. Oh, so I start to climb up the beanstalk. Oh, branch after branch. Oh, and I finally reached the top and I saw a ginormous castle. Wow, and it had a sign on the castle which said, no kids allowed. No kids allowed in the castle? That's not going to stop me. No way, no way. So I tiptoed round the edge of the castle. Tiptoe, tiptoe, tiptoe. When suddenly I heard a noise. So I froze like a rabbit. I think the coast is clear. Phew. I tiptoed on some more. Tiptoe, tiptoe, tiptoe. What was that? I heard another noise, so I pretended to be a rock. Is it safe? Phew, I can't see anyone. So I carried on some more, and finally I found the castle door. So I pushed it open, and I went on inside the great big castle. Wow, it was ginormous. It was so big. Wow, and I saw a really big chair. Oh, and a really big table. Oh, and a really big staircase. Whoa, wow, oh, I'd love to have a good look around. I've got an idea. I know. What about if I climb up this table leg? If I climb up, I'll get a better view. So I start to tiptoe. Tiptoe? What am I talking about? I started to climb up. And I reached the top of the table and I nearly reached right up when suddenly, whee! Oh dear, it's very slippery, this table leg. I'll try again. Oh dear, 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 it's so slippery. I'll try again. Oh, right, muscles this time. Muscles, here we go. Oh, yes! I made it on the table and I started to look around when I saw half a plate of breakfast. Yes, it wasn't all eaten. Half a sausage, half an egg. Oh, who would leave a breakfast behind? Not me, not I. Oh, I love breakfast. Oh, and then I heard a strange noise. Cluck, 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 blah, blah, cluck, 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 blah, blah, cluck, 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 blah, blah. Huh? Who's making that noise? Cluck, 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 blah, blah, cluck, 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 blah, blah. Huh? When suddenly I saw a basket on the table, a basket. So I go over to the basket and I lift up the lid, lift it up, when suddenly out jumped, cluck, 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 blah, blah, cluck, 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 blah, blah, a hen. A hen, it said. Hello, Jack. I know you, but you don't know me. Huh? You know me? How strange. The hen said that she knew me and that she used to live with my mum, and she laid golden eggs. And there was a harp that something as well, a harp that was taken too. And I said, well, who took them? And she said, a giant took us. A giant, I said, a giant. Oh my, well don't worry, hen, I'm going to take you back. I'm going to take you back. So I collected the hen and the harp and the money and the golden eggs, and off we started to go out, when suddenly I heard a fee-fi-fo-fum. What's that, hen? What's that noise? Fee-fi-fo-fum. Hen, what's that noise? What is it? And the hen said, oh no, it's a giant. It's the giant, the one I told you about. The giant? Oh no, I don't like the sound of that. So quickly we ran out as fast as we could, this way and this way. And we're running and running and running. Oh, and we quickly get out of the castle and start to go down the beanstalk. As we're going down the beanstalk, I suddenly look up and I see the giant's foot. Oh! And I look down to my mum. I can see my mum in the garden, and I shout, Mum, get the axe, get the axe. It's a giant. Mum, get the axe! And I'm trying to get down the beanstalk and I shout, Giant! Mum, get the axe! Giant! Mum, get the axe! Giant! Mum, get the axe! I finally land on the ground and I grab the axe and I start to whack. Ready? Whack, 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 whack. And the beanstalk goes whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And the giant goes, and the beanstalk goes whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And the giant goes, boom. And he landed head first like this. And the giant was no more. He was stuck in the ground forever. Hooray! And me and Mum lived happily ever after. And what's more, we were able to go and buy Daisy the cow back with all the money. Yippee! And that's the end of my story. So glad it had a happy ending.
Wow, thank you very much, Tommy. So this is an idea of a story that you could maybe even try a story too. In fact, we're going to have a challenge next. So, challenge time. I would love to see some of your puppetry. If you don't have one of the big full-bodied puppets that I was talking about, you might have a smaller puppet, a bit more like these ones. You could try using these. This one as well opens and closes its mouth and it's dead small. You might have something like this, or you can get them online, or you have these glove puppets, which a lot of us would have. So the challenge is this: I would like you to create a story with your puppets. You could, if their mouth doesn't move like this one, you could be like, one day, Tiger went out into the jungle. He was looking for friends. He was so excited to find friends, but when he went up to each friend, no one wanted to be his friend. They said that he was too scary because he had big teeth, so Tiger was sad. Just an example. So maybe you could carry on the story of how Tiger maybe found a friend in the end. Or maybe you could create a completely different story about your puppets going to the beach and what they did there. So I want you to create a story. You could narrate it, or you could make them speak.
Hello, my name's Billy.
And you could, Billy could tell you all about
My day at the beach and what happened.
Yes, or you could tell us a fairy story like Tommy just did with Jack and the Beanstalk. And you could send it to us at info@cinemagic.org.uk, and we'll put that website up for you to see. We'd love to see what you can do, and anything at all. It'd be brilliant to see what you've learnt and to share it with us. Also, just to let you know that there's going to be lots of links and things available for your puppet staging, and where you can get your puppets from, where I like to get my puppets from. I'll give you a couple of websites. and also where you can get the arm rods from and all those different things. So they're going to be available to you. So thank you so much for watching. My name's Jo Britland and I'm from Performing Stars Dance and Drama and Puppet Storytelling. And you can find me on Facebook. Thank you. If you have any questions, please, you can find me on Facebook or you can email at the Cinemagic email address as well. Thanks again. Bye. Bye.
Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe.